Hello and welcome to Man, We're Too Old for This, the flagship podcast of the Nerd Eternal Network. With us today,
CDL 113,
the Todd Father,
the experience that some call Jason,
and the token adult for 8 years, Tarky. And we're just covering some E3 news today, because I like video games and I'm forcing them to follow through on this.
kicking and screaming.
I don't know. I like video games.
Yeah, you know, when I told you about Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 and you went, yeah, the one on the Twitch. Yeah, you love video games.
Hey, I don't keep up with all the systems, alright?
Hey, look,
Hey,
it's
if
crap
we
I
can't-
can't play.
Yeah, that's my point. If I can't play it, why should I keep up with it? I've only got the Xbox system.
Damn it.
Yes, but you're not making claims about it. You're just staying silent, which is fine.
Well, I'm pissed that it's not on my Xbox.
That's fine too. But
Damn
you're
it.
not like, oh, it's on that. You can go, it's on that other system. But like, you're just naming the system wrong. You're just kind of like going, I'm old enough. Quit caring.
But I am, and I have.
I know.
I just still enjoy playing a game occasionally.
It's just like, but I'm old, but I am. And
I mean, between that and Breath of the Wild, and Breath of the Wild 2 coming out soon, they're slowly getting to be enough games
The sequel
on the Switch
Breath of
that
the
I
Wild.
might get.
Shush me, damn it.
It hasn't been given a name yet because it's too young.
Yeah, whatever. But you know, there's starting to be a handful of games that make me think about the system.
What's this?
Because I say that, the Switch. But then, of course, I sit there and, barely play my Xbox, so
Well, it's also half the price of an Xbox.
there is
To be
that.
fair.
Yeah, I haven't played my Xbox since... Well, when I got Crackdown 3, I burned through Crackdown 3. And that tends to be my Xbox play.
I'm sorry about that.
We've gone 2 years without a game I'm particularly interested in. And then,
Oh, look,
a
bright spot.
a Fallout or Elder Scrolls will hit, or a superhero game or something. And then I live on the Xbox for a couple of weeks. And then,
But you know, there's games that'll excite us, games we want, games we wish we had, games that we wish would go on different systems. But there was news abound, except for PlayStation, who said like 2 things and then went home. They decided E3 was too expensive this year because they're doing their own thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, in the age where you just go, you go on Twitter and go, PlayStation's having a special event streaming right now, and 1 million people hop on. Why make a big event?
Disney's kind of done their own thing. Disney started their Disney Expo.
D23. Which is supposed to be where you'll end up getting all your news from.
Rather than
this
doing
year.
San Francisco,
Yep.
Comic Con, and all that, they're doing their own. Of course, it's still more or less a con, full-size con, though. So
But
Warner Brothers is skipping too.
to mention PlayStation's one big announcement of the Final Fantasy VII remake. How many of you played Final Fantasy VII? Am I the only one?
Crickets.
I played it when it was 3, if that's the one you're talking about.
That was 6. 6 and 3.
Oh, right. 7 was the one on PlayStation. I did play that one. That was the last one I played.
Well,
Tumbleweed blew through.
Yeah.
though to be fair, the people that were waiting for that news, very excited for that news. The way it's playing is more like the more recent Final Fantasy games, which I'm kind of neither here nor there about, but it looks very nice.
Really? They've updated the graphics on PlayStation 1?
Cloud has a mouth, and I'm already like, whoa, I'm thrown off.
He was very Dilbert-like before then.
They were made of blocks. There was only so much you could do. And now they've been
Lego men are made of blocks. They have mouths.
They didn't want to have to animate a mouth, so they just didn't give him one. But
How'd he eat?
he didn't.
How'd he kiss?
They smushed.
That sucks.
It was PlayStation 1. Calm
Sounds
down.
whack.
It was to demonstrate how powerless he was as, the main villain killed his girlfriend in front of him. Or one of his girlfriends.
How does he play with no mouth?
Well, in the CG scenes, he had a mouth.
No. That's unrealistic.
In any scene that wasn't the overworld. Anyway, drawing it back. That's a game I'm legitimately excited for. Which I think, since I have a man next to me scrolling through the list of games, we should probably talk about any game we're excited about for a moment. CDL, would you like to talk about it?
Damn it, I'm still looking.
One game that I see in the list that was talked about at E3 is Battletoads. That's kind of a throwback to the original Xbox, I can remember renting that.
Battletoads goes to Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not have a Nintendo.
Did you have a Super Nintendo?
Had a Super Nintendo.
It was on Battletoads Double Dragons was on Super Nintendo.
I did play that at my cousin's house. Now
it's hella good.
Yeah.
It's still hella good. Anyway, but yeah, they're making a new Battletoads, which is hilarious. But
also, I see the Division 2.
More news on that came out.
Tom Clancy's the
Tom
Division.
Clancy had nothing to do with that. That man was dead.
Well, it's still
That
under
man was dead.
still under the licensing of the game system.
Yes, his family pimps him right now.
And let's see.
Dude, you have novel after novel after novel. Tom Clancy. And then the actual writer's name will be down at the bottom of it.
It's in the Tom Clancy
Series. It's the Tom
bibliography.
It's the Tom Clancy verse.
The bibliographic universe of Tom Clancy.
Yeah. Considering you've had characters that were introduced into the game that popped up into the novels after they were introduced in the games, yeah.
And Star Wars did it first. Hey, before Disney tracks the canon, you had Master Kyle Katarn
Yeah.
from the Dark Forces games pop up in the books regularly.
Now that you say that, yeah, I remember that.
But anyway, what other game are you excited about?
I'm curious about Marvel's Avengers. I don't particularly care for the look of them, but I'm curious.
Todd, how you doing over there? You look like you are a man who was just literally stolen from.
Yeah.
Todd's like...
No, it's not like I hadn't said. I guess I'll talk about the damn Avengers game. What the fuck?
You literally went, I got one thing to talk about.
Danny's not a team player.
But it's Danny. Danny don't pay attention. You don't. It's okay.
That's
I'm not married to any of you. I get to
That's
say
fine.
what the hell I want.
That's a fine segue. Carry on.
It's really not a segue. It's just,
Todd, tell us about the Avengers.
hell if I know. Shit, you go ahead. You look like you were, you wasn't quite excited about it, but still, carry on.
Destroy all humans?
Too late.
I remember hearing about that game when it first came out. That was never one I played. I mean, I know you were playing the Alien Invaders or whatever.
Yeah, I played it, so
It was very campy.
it's cute.
In one thing, you go to Tokyo and it's monster season, and you have to deal with the invading monsters. But yeah, the first one was set in I think the 50s, and it's very campy.
Basically, if you watch Mars Attacks and go, I'd play a game of that. That's basically what it was.
Okay. Doesn't sound horrible. Doesn't sound like something I'd spend money on.
The big game that I would be interested in playing is
Star
Watch
Wars.
Dogs. Watch Dog Legion. The Watch Dogs was where you were like a computer hacker trying to stop international.
Was it set near future?
The first one was set near future, and then the second one was set after that.
Okay.
And both of them were received okay. They kind of didn't quite deliver as far as they had promised to, but they're still moderately solid games. But Legion's making some big statements about being able to play as practically anyone in that world. If you walk past one, you go, I like how that person looked. Yoink. And then slowly make them into one of your folk. So people are making jokes about doing speed runs as only very specific subsections of character, like a geriatric run, because all the characters have different, attributes. So you play as nothing but old people throughout the entire game.
The speedrunner guys work it sometimes.
Well, it was a joke just because you could play as anyone. And what if we just play as all the people that have problems?
Nobody but grandmas.
Okay, that's quiet. What next?
All right, we'll transfer over to Todd. So Todd.
Yeah, too late. You stole mine.
Oh,
Jason.
you still have Star Wars?
Then I'd be stealing from Jason.
Tell us what you thought of the Avengers trailer.
I was just glad to see something superhero-y. It went, ooh, superheroes. That's my favorite team. Oh, it's 2-player. Even better. Yeah, with the whole...
Is it couch co-op?
I have not been able to find confirmation one way or the other.
Oh, no, it might not be couch co-op. Because every system's been trying to kill couch co-op. Because
for a couple of generations.
For generations. Because, if it's not couch co-op, you sell 2 copies.
For free.
But if it's couch co-op, you only got to sell 1 copy.
Or you get folks like me that go down the list. Not couch co-op, not buying that one.
Yeah.
But as an Avengers game, I'll be buying it whether it's couch co-op or not, because
Yeah.
it's an Avengers game, give me a chance to play superhero.
Yeah.
Which is really all I care about.
And I would probably get it on Xbox. And then it's just up in the air if it's cross-platform or not.
Which it won't be.
Strangely, Sony and Microsoft are working together on some stuff.
Really?
They're pushing a little forward with cooperation.
But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. I like to customize the characters. I like the shot of Thor and Iron Man flying along. And then when the reaction to it was, "Oh my God, they're horrible," and it looked like video game people to me. I'm Atari generation. Hell, I played with stick people. And, they look like stick people. They look better. Sweet, good enough.
Yeah, I was unimpressed with the costumes.
And
in some cases, like Caps.
I didn't like Caps.
Caps, I just flat did not like the design. The rest of them is just kind of like, it seems like I've seen Square Enix do better. Even the people faces when they're not in their masks, just something looks off about them. Not that they're not modeled after the actors. I don't really care about that. But it just something.
Something uncanny.
They probably couldn't afford the actors what the actors were going to charge for their likeness.
Well, I don't care about that. I care about them looking good, and they don't look good. Yeah. You can put them in normal clothes; they still look off some kind of way.
Yeah, the generator they don't look real. Well, the trick is they don't give a shit. For me, I don't care. They look good enough. Would I have changed the costumes? Would I have liked to have seen classic costumes? Yeah. Especially the Caps thing, because that kind of bulky armor crap that he's in looks like shit. But the fact that, it doesn't look like I'm watching a TV show, I don't give a fuck. It's a video game to me. I don't expect them to look real. Like I said, I literally come from the Atari. I play with stick people. Look better than stick people.
Yep.
I'm really looking forward to seeing some actual gameplay footage from it. I want to see how it plays.
Yeah. If it plays good and it holds my attention, I don't give a shit. What the cutscenes look like. This cutscene doesn't look as good as Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. And, I really enjoyed watching those cutscenes for all the good it did me. Not like you were playing that shit when you actually played the game. You went back and looking, hell, in a lot of cases, some cel-shaded crap. Just the movies in between there look great.
Yeah.
There's always Marvel Alliance 3.
And it's frame rate issues.
I can't play it. Looks cartoony as hell. Don't care.
Yeah, it does look kind of cartoony. I don't mind them doing that style.
I wouldn't have cared if it was something I could play. I'd be like, shit, yeah, I'll buy that. But some genius went, hell, damn, you don't get to play this. Well, okay. I don't get to play it.
It's one, it'll be exclusive for a while, and then it'll probably port over.
I know they announced a bunch of new characters. Ghost Rider, Elektra. Basically, you've already got the expansion packs that you can buy before the game ever came out. So you got like a Marvel Knights one, an X-Men one, and a something else.
Well, that's basically what they did with the first ones.
Yeah, but at least let the game come out first.
Yeah. That's just the current way they market that kind of stuff.
They go, yeah, you can't play this game yet. You want to buy the expansion pack? No.
Maybe.
Well, the trick is, if they do like they used to, you wait long enough, they release another edition of the game, you got all that shit in there. Yeah. It saves you a lot of trouble.
And if we're lucky, by the time the exclusivity thing is over, if they put it over to Xbox or PlayStation, some of that might already come packaged in.
Well, no, see, Epic Game Store gets exclusivity right after Switch. And then 6 months after Epic Game Store's exclusivity, then it'll port to everywhere else.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't give a damn. I'll be playing Avengers.
Yeah, I am not impatient about that.
I'm just taking pot shots because I hate what Epic Game Store's doing.
Once upon a time, I really cared about the video gamey thing.
Hell, I'm still playing Fallout 4 because I didn't want to buy Fallout 76 because,
Solid move. Real solid move not to buy 76.
What, did it suck?
Oh, yeah. Oh. It sucked, and then they've done patches that made it worse for players. So, this is going to be something, I'm just going to shoot off in this direction, talk about it for a little while, guys.
It's good video games, go ahead.
Cool. Fallout 76, you repair items over time because they get damaged over time. You had perks, abilities, that would negate that somewhat, make it easier on you. Well, they weakened those, and at the same time started to release an item that you could buy with physical cash that repairs items better than you can repair at workstations, and you could use those items you pay for anywhere. So at the same time as making it harder for you to keep things fixed, they released an item that you have to pay money for to fix them.
Pay to win.
Yeah. Which is also something that Fallout 76 said they would not do from the very start.
You mean they lied?
Like a rug.
Well, why would they do that? Money.
Yeah.
The trick is you go that far and you start turning your fans off and they stop playing crap.
Kind of like they did with the last Battlefront.
Yeah. Now, God bless whatever Trumpian a-hole came up with that for Battlefront, because I think that's how we got Fallen Order, like we're getting in Fallen Order. And that's the game I'm excited about. Single player, Star Wars, you're playing a flipping Jedi, no microtransactions,
Yet.
no loot boxes.
Yet.
I don't care. It'll be with, I'll buy it when you don't have that crap, and then I won't update it. I'll be good to go.
Then I won't update it.
But it looked great.
Yeah,
You've seen it, was it 15 minutes or so of game footage?
Yeah. It was
So
nice.
I like the looks of how it plays. I am not a big fan of the current Star Wars canon, having spent so much money on the previous canon. But I like how they're tying it into stuff. You see Forrest Whitaker's character.
Saul Guerrero.
What was that name again?
Saul Guerrero.
Thank you. I have to blank on it. That he's a character from the Clone Wars cartoon. Forrest Whitaker played him in Rogue One. So you see him kind of post Clone War, but still kind of in the early phases of fighting the Empire.
So he's not all hacked up.
He's not hacked up, and he's probably going to be more rebel, more typical rebel, and less flat out terrorist.
Now, I will go ahead and say to be careful because of, what happened last time. Not from Star Wars, but from they did game footage at E3 and it looked great. And I loved it. Just look at Anthem. Anthem's entire gameplay footage was faked for their E3 trailer. So
Well, that's not
always wait for the game to come out. Nowadays, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta wait for the game to come out.
EA gets a lot of crap. Deserves every bit of it. Their stuff usually looks pretty good. The Battlefront game, the last Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront game I played, looked fine.
Looked fine, played fine.
I'm just saying,
You just couldn't get nobody you wanted to play.
there has now been an open record of falsified game footage at E3. Always take it with a grain of salt from now on.
Yeah. I'll have to see more as it comes forward. I'd be lying if I said I ain't going to buy it, though. I mean, you'd have to be some drastically exaggerated graphics and stuff for me to give it a pass.
Yeah, he sent me the link to that, and I'm sitting there like, oh, this is neat.
Yeah, I'm super jazzed for that one.
It almost makes me care about Star Wars again. Then I'll go see, Episode 9 and walk out of it going, I will not let anything Star Wars touch this house. Done. Because I don't care. Hell, after The Force Awakens, I don't care how cool a Star Wars game you showed me. I'm not buying that shit. They did what? That's it. I'm done.
Yeah. One thing I did like is your force powers look like they're fairly stout in the game, but it's not quite the Force Unleashed level of exaggeration. I mean, love the Force Unleashed, but
I don't know. I looked at that and it was a lot of shit he was doing was kind of screaming Kylo Ren to me. Especially with the blaster bolt slowed down to the point that you could force pull somebody and then put them in the path of the bolt that they shot. Yeah,
but that's still, it's in the new canon, and that's a force ability in the new canon.
Yeah.
So, man.
Don't keep talking me out of the game. That's money I can keep. And then Rey shows up.
It's a one-player game that I'm going to be buying to play myself in my own home alone. I don't care if you buy it or not.
I'm sorry.
But that's kind of your big hit.
Yes, I mean, Avengers I'm very interested in. Ultimate Alliance I'm somewhat interested in. But yeah, the Star Wars was the big one. That was when I was sitting there going, ooh.
Wipe that up.
I'm still waiting for them to drop the next Splinter Cell game.
They'll be coming along with it eventually.
Yeah.
You and your need for assassination.
It is kind of odd. Did they do an Assassin's Creed? No, did they? There's Splinter Cell. Okay. It's like you went from one assassination game to the other, just waiting to try to find one.
Can I murder some people? Well,
Quietly.
sure, you need to go. I mean, sneak up on them and kill them. Well, they don't expect it. I don't want them to see them. I don't want them to hear me. I just want them to wake up, look at St. Peter, and go, "What happened?"
I don't want combat. I want free murder. I want legal murder. Damn it.
Can I have a cutscene with the
I'm
children
not sure if
crying
all the
over
Splinter Cell
body?
stuff is necessarily legal.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Can I have a cutscene where the children
The
are
last
crying
game
over
I
the
can think of where you had a character killing kids was in one of the Star Wars games where you were.
Yeah, remember
It
the
was-
Sith? I used to play it. I used to play it every day after work.
Yep. You work the day home, go home, and kill youngins.
Yep. Till I got sleepy. Bastards.
But as far as the cutscene of children crying, Tecmo's Deception. Original PlayStation, I believe.
Yep. Took up a shitload of memory blocks.
Yep. But you basically built a dungeon and tried to kill adventurers.
No.
Well, you kill a husband-wife team at some point, and the cutscene is their child crying at home.
Oh, that's fucked up.
You played the villain until you betrayed Satan.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or
Yeah,
you chose not to betray him.
Your character was somewhat forced into the setup.
You accept the contract to get murdered.
Gotcha.
But anyway, that's what I'm excited about. What about you, Target?
I'm excited about Doom Eternal, but Bethesda has betrayed me enough. I'm not excited about anything Bethesda does anymore until they've shown that they've corrected some stuff they've done incorrectly. But then we get to go, because you're all old and I'm young apparently, my little corner, Nintendo. Nintendo did me well. They showed the new Zelda game, which is a remake of the Game Boy one, Link's Awakening,
Okay.
more or less. Which is nice. It's another one of the top-down ones. They haven't done that in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then right after that, they showed the smallest portion of their next big Zelda project, which was the sequel to Breath of the Wild, which is great because I love Breath of the Wild. I like the free-roaming adventure world of it, where you collect a lot of small things to add together, rather than you find Dungeon A or Dungeon B. There's a ton of different smaller dungeons to travel about in a big open world. It was fun. So knowing they're doing a sequel to it means they're probably going to stick to that formula.
More most likely.
And I love that. They came out with Animal Crossing. Finally, they pushed the date back a little bit, but they're kind of just saying, hey, too many games lately have been rushed to completion to hit a fixed date, and that has done poorly for that game. We're pushing the date back to make sure everything's okay, everything's working properly, and to not stress our employees out. Which got a good audience reaction because there's been so much news about so many gaming companies crunching the developers down and just pushing them past what should be limits. And then the Pokemon news came out. You get to have a Corgi. And for some reason, everybody's really excited about having a Corgi. The new Pokemon game's in kind of a England-ish area.
Well, then that would make sense since the Queen has corgis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
These are
everyone
probably electrified corgis or something.
they are.
Fire
They are
breathing.
exactly electrified
Wow.
corgis. We're pretty sure. Everyone is also excited about the sheep, Wooloo, because it's just a sheep. It's just cute.
Well, they eat more lamb over there than they do anything else.
Well, I mean, this wasn't shown in England, CDL. It was shown in America.
Yeah, I get that, but
And
if
everyone-
it's set in an English area,
Yeah.
you know.
But the excitement isn't localized. Everyone was excited about it. Everyone in the room wasn't excited being like, oh shit, they made a sheep because they eat lamb. They made a sheep and people went, it's fucking cute. That was it. That was the excitement. It's a fucking cute ass sheep. Let's get it. But anyway, that big news. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 looked a little exciting. But even during their showing of gameplay footage, there was frame rate issues, which is super worrying. Because
Yeah.
you don't want that kind of game to have frame rate issues.
You don't want to have frame rate issues. Why would they show it at a con if they knew they were having frame rate issues?
Yeah, that's...
I mean, we can hope that it was just some quirk with their equipment.
we can hope it was a problem with, because to back it up further, when Borderlands 3 showed its premiere trailer, there were frame rate issues in the premiere trailer, but that's because they were using some player that didn't quite go right, and they hadn't
There's
buffered
slight
everything.
compatibility issues.
Yeah, there was some compatibility issues in the video.
So we can hope it's something like that. But time
Yeah.
will tell.
But considering there are cell phones more powerful than the Switch, it's up in the air.
And that's why it's half the cost.
Yeah, it is. Well, Nintendo has always said, we ain't going to be the top of the line system. We're here to be an affordable system that just has fun games. And they follow through on that pretty well.
Not always, in recent decades.
Not even the Super Nintendo they didn't claim was top of the line. The Genesis outperformed the Super Nintendo.
Did not sell it though.
No. Because they knew what they were doing. One last piece of news, because one of my friends would fight me if I didn't talk about it. They showed some news about Smash Brothers, which introduced technically 9 new characters, but in reality, 2 new characters.
And a bunch of alternate skins of other characters.
There's a big game in Japan called Dragon Quest.
I've heard of it.
It's a big JRPG. Each one has a different hero. Well, they put 8 of those compressed into one character.
Oh, okay.
Or possibly more than 8, but we know of a large number of them. And their designation is just the hero, which is kind of funny.
Well, that'd be kind of like if you did the Castlevania hero, you'd have several different Belmonts it could be, or
They did that. Richter and Simon are both characters in the game. And then they had the other character reveal, which was Banjo-Kazooie, which...
No, I now know which friend would fight you.
The Deep Dark Underground was always like, we want him in this Smash game. And since Nintendo owns Rare now, it was super easy to do.
Barely an inconvenience.
Wow.
And luckily they stuck to Banjo-Kazooie, not from Nuts and Bolts. Nuts and Bolts Banjo-Kazooie had been basically retired for a while and got kind of plump.
Oh, okay.
And that was like a running gag of it was that's why they did vehicles. So I decided to go with the older model of Banjo. But people got super excited about it because it's just one of those pipe dream characters. Because when the hero first showed up, some people were like, "It's Goku," just as a joke because his hair is the same.
Oh, that's right. That's the series that same dude designed the characters with it.
Yeah,
that's right. I know what series you're talking about now. Never played that.
But having Banjo-Kazooie in there, and that's filling out 2 spots. So I think there's only 1 or 2 spots left on the Fighter Pass to find out who's going to be DLC for the game. But, any news about Smash is news I love. And I think it's been solid enough news. We can wrap it up here.
Yeah, I think we've covered about everything we were going.
Frankly, I want to get lunch.
Yep.
Any parting shots? Anyone? Cool, let's wrap it up. This has been the Token Toddler Turkey.
CDL 113.
The Todd Father.
And the experience that some call Jason.
Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye.